In this video, we are going to take the characters you love in Baldur's Gate 3
and we're going to be corrupting them with the dark urge.
The darkest of urges. I am so excited for this video.
Me too.
I'm a bit of a Baldur's Gate fan.
Good, because I have no idea what it is. Relatively Dungeons and Dragons, right?
It's very Dungeons and Dragons.
Okay.
It's D&D's like IP.
So I love designing characters, especially medieval fantasy characters, especially in the setting of Dungeons and Dragons. But unfortunately, I don't know Baldur's Gate as well as you do.
We're going to team up today. I'm very excited.
Yes, I'm going to take your Baldur's Gate knowledge and my character design. I'm going to mush them together and make some awesome characters.
I'm not the expert on Baldur's Gate 3, but I'm really loving the game. I'm a huge geek, and I'm also an expert on playing a murder hobo, which is what I did in my Baldur's Gate 3 playthrough, which is basically the dark urge.
Put that on the resume.
Yeah, right.
Murder hobo. So who are we drawing today?
Well, Baldur's Gate 3 is really beloved for the characters that you can team up with. So we're going to take a couple of those who you don't know, but I killed them all. So I don't know them actually intimately. That was my dark urge. I killed all of the main characters except for Shadowheart. Starting off with the most happy-go-lucky one of the bunch, Gale. He's the lovable, goofy guy, but he wants to make friends with everyone, partially to feed his addiction, but also he is really easy to accidentally make love to.
Accidentally?
It's literally in the first patch of the game. It was like, make it clearer when you're romancing Gale. Because people kept accidentally romancing him. They're like, what? I was just being nice. And now we're like doing stuff. I didn't want this.
First thing I want to do is change that bright purple robe that he's got on. I'm thinking maybe if we make it a black or like a dark grey or something. We can just like accentuate the mustache a little bit, but keep the beard and maybe just have it a little bit like a bit scragglier.
Yeah, like maybe he's like this is his canon, but 10 years later.
Oh,
like okay. He's given into the dark urge.
Are we going like less humanly maybe? Like give him some claws or some horns or...
Yeah, let's do it. Imagine they're his level 1 robes. How would you make it level 99 wizard robes to be like the ultimate? This is the Dark Lord.
So Gale is a wizard prodigy whose love for the goddess made him attempt a dread feat no mortal should. Blighted by the forbidden magic of ancient Netheril, Gale strives to undo the corruption that is overtaking him and win back his goddess's favor before he becomes a destroyer of worlds.
Was that your own writing?
No, that was straight from the Wikipedia.
Okay.
Already Gale has sort of got some like corrupt darkness within him. So I had a look at Gale's official art and he had this really asymmetrical robe that sort of went off to the side.
It has parallels to me of like Russian commissar, those outfits where they like go straight across and down.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know if that was intentional, but I decided to keep it in the design because it sort of gave him this like villainous sort of look. That with all the sharp points, like the oversized collar, it's sort of giving like Megamind.
Yes. So we're literally mashing up Gale with Megamind.
Yeah.
I love that so much.
Unintentionally, but it works.
It's perfect.
It works. So for his facial hair, I ended up going with this like really curly, stylized.
Really shaped.
Yeah, like he's spent lots of time like putting beard oil and like shaping his beard. And I got inspiration from the Game Master from Hunger Games.
Yes!
I wanted to go with something really like superficial and vain and like...
I love it. That's such a good choice.
And it's giving villain vibes for me. So I decided to go with that. So moving on to colour, obviously keeping those signature purples, but just bringing the colour palette down a lot, adding a lot more blacks, and also adding a little bit of gold.
It's interesting too, because you say gold, and like the word I was going to say too is old gold. Like there's so many kinds of gold that's almost like a very desaturated, but it still reads as gold, especially in that context.
Yeah, so I found another passage from the Wikipedia.
Okay.
Gale has one ambition, to become the greatest wizard Faerun has ever known. Yet his thirst for magic led to a disaster. A Nether East destruction orb beats in his chest, counting down to an explosion that can level a city. So basically, Gale has got this like glowing purple magic coming out of his chest.
So I solved that problem pretty easily in my playthrough though.
Yeah? How did you?
Killed him.
Oh.
There was no city, there wasn't an explosion or anything.
Oh, well, that's...
I cured him. You're welcome, Gale.
Sacrificing one for the many.
Exactly.
Yes.
side note and segue, how good does that smoke texture and all those glowing effects look? And you know what? Just the painting in general is so well done.
Would you believe that I did that smoke effect in like just one brush stroke?
How?
It is a set of 83 super professional and super high quality brushes that are fully compatible with Photoshop, Procreate, and Clip Studio Paint. Whether you are a beginner or a professional artist, it's got everything that you need, including pencils, inks, watercolors, paints, everything that you need all in the one brush pack and all curated to make your process easier. If this sounds like something that you are interested in, you can get an extra 10% off for a limited time only using the code DARKURGE.
That sounds like a deal too good to be good. Go check them out. It's a huge support to the channel and the studio and everyone here and to you. Dark Urge, 30% off of the whole bundle.
So that's Gale done. And I love him very much, but I want more.
So do I.
Let's do another one.
Let's do it. So Shadowheart's a very central character in the plot of Baldur's Gate 3, and she's a great example of light and shade. You can fix her and help her, and she's great and a lovely person, or you can make her awful.
Which is what we're doing today.
What we're doing today. That's the only way to do it.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'd love to do? This is the Dark Urge character, and it's pretty cool.
So we're now turning the Dark Urge into Shadowheart.
Or we're turning Shadowheart into the Dark Urge. That's sort of done, hasn't it? You don't even need to paint this one. This is going to be so bad.
Oh my.
They can now. I'm getting sort of where it's going.
I was thinking a bit more spiky, like a bit more dark, a bit more gold. So
yes. I mean, that actually feels weirdly complete to me.
I think we've done not a lot, but we've done a lot.
Enough.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is going to be a bold transformation. I'm looking forward to this one.
A loyal cleric of Shah, Shadowheart was sent on a suicide mission to steal an item of great power. Shadowheart has enemies on all sides and a long-buried secret to uncover. So I decided to really lean into the badass warrior side of Shadowheart. I really liked the armor design that we did, so I decided to lean into it.
If you make the bangs and hair work, I will be forever impressed with it.
This was actually the hardest part of my day, is because dragonborns don't usually have hair at all. So to combine like scaly, horny face with hair, like how am I going to make that work? So I kind of just place it behind all of the horns and see if that works.
You tried to cover up all her hair with just like more horns.
I had to layer horn and then hair and then horn again.
Yeah.
And I don't know, I think the very thick, bushy like fringe at the front looks a little bit dorky.
It's still dorky.
It's looking like Edna Mode from The Incredibles.
Shadowheart is a little bit dorky. I don't know if I'm going to cop flack for saying that. It wasn't me. It was the Dark Urge.
The Dork Urge.
that is actually what I have, is the Dork Urge.
And I pretty much based the armor on this reference that I found of the Dark Urge, where he's sort of got this full plate armor, which I thought was really cool. Obviously adding all the spiky elements like the shoulders, adding some spikes on the braces, armor pieces, and making sure to keep the signature like chest plate.
Like the symbology of the Dark Justices.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Do you know what? I have to hand it to you. I am very impressed. You did an absurdly good job making a ridiculous... Look at the left. Look at that on the left. You made that work.
It still looks ridiculous to me.
No, I actually think... Do you know what? To me, it looks exactly like Shadowheart and the Dark Urge combined in a way that is done with a character designer's eye. Actually, I think incredibly effective. Well done.
That was my goal.
What a journey this has been. That I'm just so impressed with how you've polished the ridiculous things that we came up with.
Thank you so much for joining me today. I feel like it's been a while since you've been in an insert art video.
I am looking forward to being in more, and in fact dropping the Jazza videos to one video a week so we can pump up the awesomeness over there is giving me a little bit more time to play with. So I'm hoping to be over here a little bit more and hanging out with you and our patrons.
One huge thank you to our wonderful patrons who help us create art every every day. You are the biggest supporters of the channel, and we can't do this without you guys, so thank you.
We have big dreams and we're just getting started, and your support really means the world to us. And there's awesome content behind the scenes and tutorials and all sorts of hangouts that you can get by becoming a patron today. Go check it out, and don't forget that extra 10% off for 30% off with our brush pack. Link in the description.
Thank you guys for watching this video. If you liked what you saw, make sure to give us a like and a subscribe, maybe a comment or a share, all of those good things. And we'll see you in the next one. Bye.